How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk, and I had a question sent my way about an incident that happened in the Cook County Jail around mid-February. It looks like it's a melee. Over 16 inmates involved in a assault on each other, weapons involved. And the question that comes my way, and I believe it's from the outside, I don't believe it's from someone that works inside a correctional facility, is where's the officers? Where's the COs? How come they're not stopping this? Why is this still going on for over 2 minutes? And that's a fair question to ask. And again, that they're trying to get an understanding of our response. And after I show you guys the video from the sponsors, I'm going to explain, again, not specific to what happened in the Cook County Jail, but, generalized, of why it may seem that the response is delayed. Like what's going on in the background that people don't see. And I think this is a great way to understand our procedures, our policies, but also to understand our concerns, our issues that need to be addressed. And it's good to get this stuff out there before it gets twisted and it looks like that we didn't up and do anything, because there's going to be people jumping on that. So we need to counter that by telling them the truth. These are the issues. So I'll stand by for our sponsors, and when we come back, let's discuss why officers may not jump in to stop an inmate fight right away. Stand by.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it. It's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Being a corrections officer takes its toll on even the strongest individuals. The constant need to perform at the highest level, putting your life at risk in a hostile environment, and the mental scarring of traumatic experiences. 31% of corrections officers show symptoms of PTSD, and 66% of people with PTSD also suffer with a substance abuse problem. The Transformations First Responders program is specially designed to help veterans and officers heal from the grips of addiction and PTSD in a comfortable, supportive, and serene setting. You are not alone. If you have questions about the services we offer, give us a call at 866-762-8454 to get more information on this affordable and life-changing program.
What a cluster, huh? I wanted to show the video because it highlights the dangers of our profession. But what we're going to talk about here may not be so specific to that video, but could apply, maybe. Again, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about the video. What's the status of the inmates? Why are they out? I mean, it could be wreck. It could be mess. Maybe they get fed on the unit. But again, there's other concerns there, and I'm just going to keep this general. So a lot of people are looking at it, and they see this melee going on for 2.5 minutes. Like, where's staff? Where's the officers? How come they're not coming in to break it up right away? And there's a lot of reasons here. One reason is, and again, not so much talking about the Cook County Jail incident, just in general. Right now, you have a lot of facilities that are understaffed. They don't have the staffing to respond, so they're scrambling every time a code happens. So part of a delayed response could be looking for staff to come respond to the code. Nationally, corrections, jails, prisons, they're understaffed. Nationally. So when a code happens, again, not specifically to Cook County, just in general, frontline supervisors are scrambling to find the initial response. Some cases making bad decisions because they're forced to, and pulling people from units, pulling officers from units that require supervision because they need an immediate response. That's why I'm always for having a team in the wings, always on standby, always on standby. If something happens, boom, they can suit right up, get to the scene, supervisors are already there, and they can plan their entrance. Plus, it deters. Having a team in the background will deter. I mean, a lot of times the inmates are acting up because they know that our response could be weak or could make us vulnerable. So that's one concern, the staffing of the facility. So sometimes you may see inmates going at it for a while, and in the background, which you don't see, could be a supervisor from the front line scrambling to find an initial response team, right? Now, again, now we're looking at this kind of like a melee inside this unit. There's no order here right now. A lot of inmates are involved. Before we enter into a scene, we have to make sure that the team is protected as best they can. And also, when they open up that door to go in, they have to make sure that there's no chance for them to get ambushed as they're trying to open up that door and then compromise another area of the facility. So when you have a lot of inmates all over the place and they're not listening, you open up that door, you're going to compromise another part of the facility because those inmates could come flooding out. Now you have two areas in duress. So in this case here, you're giving out these orders. I don't know what's going on in the background. Again, just talking generalized. And there's nobody listening. You don't got any inmates facing down on the ground. You can't even focus where the actual problem is because everybody seems to be doing something. It's not safe for the staff to go in. It is not safe for the staff to go in. Because when they go in, they're going to be ambushed. And you know what's funny, guys? Here's a little insight into an inmate's mind. When inmates want another inmate to be assaulted, whether it's gang related or they just don't like the inmate, they may not listen to the officer's directives right away because they know we're waiting to secure the rest of the scene before we jump in. They know that. So they know that we're not going to jump in blindly. So when they don't listen, that inmate continues to get attacked. And that may be part of the plan. Part of the plan is to be chaotic so staff don't run in right away because they know our protocol, they know our policies, they know our procedures. So they're not listening, and that delays our response because they know that we're not going to go in until we can secure the people that aren't involved. Face down, on the floor. So when we run in, we can try our best to focus on the threat and do what we can to protect that inmate. And also another reason is, not in this case here, but we got to know what we're running into. It could be a setup as well. You could run into an area thinking you're out to protect some inmates, and both those inmates turn against you because it was a setup to maybe get a hostage or maybe take over that area. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background that may look like it delays the response, but it's not. It's trying to make it safe so we can go in and be effective and do what needs to be done and don't add to the problem. Because when we go in there, we have to have control. That's our job. When we go in there, we're not going to lose control. We're there to gain control, and we have to be calculated in doing that. And again, if you feel there's anything we need to add, please add in the comments below. Because people are ready to rip this apart, saying that we delayed to save a life of an inmate because it's an inmate. And again, that's just their biased perspective. So I thought this would be a great way to just counter that. Tell them the truth. As always, guys, love you guys. The show is Tier Talk. My name is Anthony Gangi, and guys, as always, stay safe.